Hey guys, it's Krebberz. I am back. Here is a video of something that is very important, a very important topic for you guys to hear, especially from words of a survivor. And no, I'm not a survivor. The title, the video. I'm a survivor from my childhood. I'll put it that way. This visor is absurdly large. I don't know why. It's literally a visor and it looks really cute. Like, oh, that's gonna look really nice. But look, like, there's just way too much fabric. And the way, like, there. Okay, no. I'll look like a sassy chef. Here we go. There we go. Okay. And this video is very important to me and making it for you guys because there's a lot of kids, a lot of young youth, and a lot of adults that are experiencing being stuck and lost in the closet. And by that, I mean they're stuck and lost inside themselves. And it is very important to have the correct tools, who to know to go to, who to know to talk to. And I was gonna make a little to-do list or like a little bullet point of just little topics for the big, vast topic of coming out. I'm gonna start with my story. It's a little simple. It's a very, a lot of people found out very quickly through whisper down the lane because that's just how people work, which is upsetting. People don't have the balls to go up to somebody and be like, hey, I just want to like, are you gay? You know what I'm saying? So, I also wanted to point out, this is my best friend, Lana May. She is a pole dancer. She is amazing. She is the kindest human ever. I'm rocking one of her brand new shirts. She is coming out very soon with pastel pink and a white shirt with a different design. And she also is coming out with a sweatshirt that is beyond soft. It is so soft. It's like a chinchilla. I'm not even kidding you. It is so soft. And it is this print, this design on the front. And yeah, so I will put the link in her her social medias in the description for you guys. Give her some love, you guys. So I wanted to really talk about oh yeah, my story. So when I was a little kid, and also from my last video, my last doll view video was the Pride Brats, and I mentioned a little snippet of my coming out story, and it basically was me, little 12-year-old me. I stole my mom's laptop. Yeah, I stole my mom's laptop around that age. No, I was 11 or 12 around, yeah. And I was just Googling, just on YouTube, because I was on YouTube back then as the Glam Gaga or the Official 22, and you know, I came across YouTube, and if you guys do remember back in the day, and he's still around today, Gay God, Matthew Lush, he made a coming out video, basically explaining like coming out and what it is and how to properly do it, when it's safe to do it, and it opened a door for me. I was so curious about what gay meant, and I didn't know what it meant, and I was a little kid, and yeah, so I kind of just watched his videos and learned some stuff that I was just a little curious about, and then I Googled like what gay meant, and then I went down the rabbit hole and was like, what am I, like, whoa, like, what do I identify as, blah, blah, blah. And for a 12-year-old, that's a lot. There's a lot of questions, a lot of big words you don't understand. I think it's really important, especially like for how I found out what gay meant and what coming out meant and what all of these emotions and all of it just was a tsunami for me. And it wasn't negative at first so after doing my research and finding out what gay meant on my mom's laptop, they found out the laptop was missing, and I told them I made up a lie and I hid it, and I just kept using the laptop. And I don't know why I couldn't have just been like, hey, can I use your laptop? You know what I'm saying? And then I decided to write my mom a note explaining that this is who I am. I did date girls. I dated two twins who were sisters, not at the same time. No, not at the same time, but they were my best friends, and I was so confused, and it, I don't know, it was just really upsetting because I didn't have the answers. I didn't have a support system. I didn't have people to talk to because I didn't know who to talk to. I was so scared to talk to anybody about this kind of stuff at that age, like 11, 12, like geez. And so I broke up with them. Life went on, and I dated another girl in fourth grade, and that didn't last long because I was just like, so. And we were little kids, and like we were in private schools, so nothing obviously was like serious. But when I came out to my mom, I wrote her a note and I left it on her bedside. And at that age, I didn't know it was her birthday. And I think that's pretty awesome for your mom to find out on her birthday, because that's like a little present. But at the same time, not for everyone, because everyone's household is different, everyone's religious perspectives are different, everyone's households are different, everyone's families function differently. And with views, perspectives, it's really important to learn this information about being gay, about the community, about coming out at a young age, because then you can really have time to like, okay, I have this information, and now watching this video, I pray you watch and see, just to have the tools at a young age, because I did not have the tools that I have now, and I wish I could go back and be like, hey, mini me, here's what you need to know. And so what's really, really, really important is scoping out your environment, and making sure that your family is accepting, just like test the air. Just be like, what are your guys' to your parents? Here's a perspective. Okay, so like, hey, mom or dad, like, what are your views on gay people? Or in that term, not in that way, obviously, because that's kind of like, hey, I'm not gay, but I just want your opinion about gay people. Or just, just a conversation starter, bring up the topic, let them organically, give their opinion. And I think that's very important, because then you can sort of just get like a little hint, like, okay, so if it's a good reaction, if it's not a good reaction, if it's not a good reaction, so it's very different. This is a very big, very sensitive topic about coming out and being gay, because one parent can be super supportive and the other one could be completely not supportive, and it could be vice versa, or it could be both not supportive or both very supportive, like me. I'm just gonna just like, so if your parents are not supportive and they hate gay people, and you don't know how to be yourself, have solutions, obviously, but you might have to wait till you move out, or at least turn 18, to where you can really make decisions on your own, or where you can drive, where you can have a job, financially support yourself. When I came out at 12, no one believed me. A handful of people did, but other people were just like, you're too young to know. Like, shut the fuck up. No, you can't tell someone that you don't feel their emotions, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's very important to have the tools at a young age, have a perspective of what you need, so you can prepare yourself for the long term in life. Have a support system, have resources, such as teachers, parents, best friends, relatives. It is super, super, super important to financially have money. It is super important to, I know this is like all about being gay, right? Because you need to prepare yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen if you do come out accidentally, or if they find out and they're not supportive and you get kicked out into the street. You need to have resources, you need to have a backup plan, but don't let that stuff fester in your brain, because this is a good thing. You, as an individual, everyone functions differently. It is super, super important to listen to your brain and your heart and your gut, because your body will get so extremely scared and so worked up about the topic and tremble, and you'll be like, like, oh my gosh, these emotions, what am I feeling? Like, because you're confused, you don't know how to think, you're thinking both ways, you don't know, it's kind of like a charades almost. But it's really, really good to ground yourself in this moment, and your mind, your soul, your spirit, your body will tell you when it is the perfect time to come out and tell people. The first person I came out to was my best friend, Jamie. And she has been in my life since sixth or fifth grade, and she was the first person I came out to, and I love her to death. So she's guided me. We've helped each other. We lift each other up. We're like each other's we're like each other's like portrait all over our bodies. Like we make each other feel beautiful, and that's super important to have, is extremely close friends that you can trust with your life. And you will get to that point in life. It's just a matter of how long you know somebody, the connection you have, interests, just emotionally getting on that level with somebody of respect and just being there for someone. And the people that I have in my life right now, I love to death. I love them so much as if they are my own family. And that is so important to have, because they will be by my side for as long as possible, because literally forever, because they have guided me, I've helped them, I'm there for them. If I see something at the store, and I think of them, I'm gonna pick it up because I love them. And everyone functions differently, and everyone expresses their love differently. And I think it's very important to spread love, especially nowadays, because the world is falling apart. And honey, we need love. A lot of people are stuck at a much older age, around like 30s, 40s, 50s, because they did not grow up with support systems or close friends that they could trust, or feel that they felt safe enough to come out. And they live this lie. They'll get married to a woman, they'll have kids, and they'll just be miserable their entire lives. And you don't want that. You need to build your support system. Therapy is amazing. I've been going to therapy all of my life, before I could literally tie my shoe. That's how long. And it's helped me. I have resources, I have structure, I feel balanced, I'm organized, I mentally and physically. I feel so intact. I have answers to my worries, my problems. I have someone to talk to get professional help from, and advice. And literally, I go to therapy now, and she's telling me to freaking discharge. That's how good I'm doing. And everyone will get there. Everyone will have bad days. Everyone's not perfect. Like, it is so important to build a support system. And I keep saying this because it is an extremely important thing to have in life, because it will help you throughout your life. A support system, lots and lots of love and support, equally, mutually, friendships, family. It is very important to do your research on definitions, big words, genders. It is very important to know stuff, especially in the community of the LGBTQA+. It is very, very important to meet people, go to find youth groups. I found a youth group in Wayne, and it was phenomenal. It was an LGBTQ plus youth group, and it was for the youth. And my parents found it, and it was every Friday night at like 6 or 7, and it was just so perfect. I met all these amazing young adults, young kids, that were my age, and just we would all hang out outside. We would all sit in a giant circle, go around the circle, talk about what we wanted, discussion groups, activities, and then it was amazing. And after the group, we'd all have pizza and soda and then just talk. And it was perfect because I'm an introvert, and I was really alone, and I've been alone for a very long time. For feeling safe and feeling that I had people of my age that were also gay that I could talk to. And after, we would walk to Starbucks, and it was wonderful. And as I got older, I gained so many friendships from that group. and I'm still to this day best friends with 2 of them. Several, actually. And it was a blessing. It is so important also to acknowledge your emotions. Just keep in mind you are a young individual. You are going through a lot of fully developed emotions at a young age, before or currently going through or finished going through puberty. It is extremely important to hold the heck on to that roller coaster and know that everything is okay, because this is just part of being human, and that there are resources all over Google. Like when I was growing up, I had the internet, but like it wasn't as vast as it is today, with all this knowledge and specialists and professionals releasing all this information, all these definitions, all of this helpful resources for you guys. Whenever you guys are feeling alone, or like you feel like the world is completely collapsing on you and you have like no one to reach out to, it is extremely important to have like 3 or 4 friends, like real true friends that you can call at any time, or just leave a message or a voicemail or let them know what's going on. It is extremely important, because like with me now, all grown up and hurting because of my back problems and gravity pulling me down, I feel so content and relaxed and safe knowing that like my friend group is just like 10 people probably. Like I have a lot of friends on the book, and like I keep in contact with a lot of people, and that's important too. That's very important, and family members. But it's also very important to have a small friend group, so you're not too overwhelmed. You don't have anxiety about like I don't know, just like, you know, human anxiety about friends, or social anxiety, that kind of stuff. It's really good to have connections with people. It's really good to have connections with like your therapist, teachers, parents. Even if your parent isn't supportive of you being gay, they love you unconditionally. Some people do not have the luxury of that. Some people, their parents just want them out of their lives because of them being gay, and it's very unfortunate. And you just keep in mind, please keep in mind, just have this engraved in your head, that every single human being on the face of the earth is going through something, and that it is very important to smile at a stranger, to hold the door for somebody if you see someone who's struggling, or anybody. Just open the door for anybody. Like, it just, little acts of kindness, it goes a long way for somebody. And I've been doing it. Like, I have a new job, and I'm super happy to work because I haven't in a while. And I'm so blessed and thankful. And I don't know, it's just really good to, you know, give people, even if you're having a really bad day and you do one little act of kindness, like holding the door open for somebody or smiling at a stranger, and they smile back, and they're just like, you know, just like, it sparks you just a little bit, just a little like a little, you know. Okay, here's a good example. The Grinch. As soon as he heard and felt and saw what a change, people coming together and being together, and love and family and community and unity coming together, he just saw that and was like, I'm missing that. I'm missing that puzzle piece to my life and my soul, that his heart just grew like millions of times its size, and he saved the day. And I love that story. It scared the crap out of me as a kid, with his like creepy Grinch faces and him as a whole. Like, was he like a giant pot leaf, or like was he, I don't know, like a giant. Do not impulsively get yourself into situations you do not feel comfortable with. Always, like I said, listen to your heart, listen to your gut, and listen to your brain. You have to always think, when I was a little kid growing up and accidentally exposing myself to the wrong crowds and being in the wrong situations or whatever, I always thought to myself, this is not what I want to do for my future. This is not how I see myself in the future. So what I did was I Irish goodbye, and I know that's kind of a myth, because like Irish people are actually really nice sometimes. But I just stood up, I'll be right back, guys, and I just left, because, you know, you gotta really think about your future, because what you do right now in the present really can affect you in the future. And there are people rotting in jail, there are people dying and suffering from drug addiction. Like it's really bad, and it's really important to pinpoint structured resources for people, noticing like trigger signs, really like look out for your friends, really look out, and like if you see people that are hurting that your friends or anyone really in public, or just a little act of kindness can go a long way, like I said. And for your friends too, it's really good to have heart-to-hearts with them, because that's how you can really start to slowly become comfortable with the subject of talking about being gay. And it took me a really be long time, probably 5-6 years, to really just be able to be like, bye mom, you know, and just being myself, just my sassy self. And of course I was being my sassy self from when I was a little kid, before I knew what gay meant, and before what genders were, and like colors, really how to spell, you know, before all of that, I was my sassy self. And my parents knew. My parents, to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you, my parents thought I was either going to be gay or transgender, and they were like, whatever he chooses to be, we're fine with it. We're curious, because I couldn't really have conversations. I couldn't like do a lot of things since I was 4 years old. And you know, as I got older, I was still doing the same stuff, dressing up, playing with Barbies, dancing, singing, glitter, and I just was myself. And my parents, and this one time, actually, I completely forgot about this. So my mom was putting me to bed, and I was like, Mom, I'm gay. And she's like, oh, okay, you're gay, okay. And I was like, no, never mind, no, I'm not. And out of nowhere, I was just in such a good mood, I just said like, I'm gay, and it just slipped out of my mouth. And I was just like, her reaction just like puzzled me, and I was like, what do I do? And I just freaked out and was like, no, I'm not. And see, stuff like that happens. And literally, for example, relationships, if you're just starting to get to know someone and you're really starting to catch feelings for them, and things are going really well, and you accidentally say, oh, I love you, I mean, and then like they think you're a freak, but really it's like you're a human, and things happen, and sometimes people don't have filters, and sometimes words and blah, 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 just comes out of people's mouths, and that's okay, because you know, we fart, we burp, we're made of electricity. We like, sit down, guys. It's okay. It's okay to embarrass yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. We're human. It doesn't engrave no one, like, I'm not even kidding you. If it makes you feel better, if you do something embarrassing, just wait a week, wait a month. It's gonna pass. That you're gonna forget about it. You're gonna live your life, completely forget about that situation, or your anxiety is just gonna cram it down deep into your soul, and it's gonna into ash, and you're gonna forget about it. So don't be hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you are waking up every single day. You are giving yourself the energy. You are forcing yourself out of bed. You are brushing your teeth, you're showering, you're taking your meds, you're going to work, you're going to school, you're getting dressed, you're doing everything to help yourself. You're doing all these things, and you're just depleted. You're so depressed and weak, and you feel like there's no life to live. But you're doing all this stuff to help yourself get going, to get the gears going just a little bit. Just the tiniest little effort is enough. And you need to give yourself credit for that, because that's important. Because depression is quicksand. It is cement. It becomes cement. It is very, very important to have the skills, the tools, and to slowly listen. The mindset and the optimism does not come right away. Ta-da! Lana May. This is her sweatshirt. I know that a lot of people say that therapy does not work and it's very expensive, but I have proof that it is very possible if you discuss very kindly and you kind of explain to the therapist. There are many therapists out there that will work with you on a payment plan, and if you're paying out of pocket of your own, it could go to like $70 instead of like $200 or $100, a session, and then like slowly pay as you go. It's very important. Therapy is not just the only option. It's very important. You don't have to do medications. You can also do acupuncture. Acupuncture is highly recommended by me. I don't have allergies anymore. I've been literally going all my life, and I started with like the kid needles, and now I'm doing the adult needles, and I go probably like for a month or two, and I don't have allergies for like 2 years. Yeah, it's crazy. But acupuncture is amazing for anxiety, depression, allergies, Tourette's, twitches, pain, body aches, scoliosis, the list goes on. When you come out, you can be creative with the idea. You can write the note, because I didn't have the words, I didn't have the courage to create the conversation, muster up the words I was so emotional about it. I was terrified. It's terrifying. It is not easy to come out. Over time, as you come out more and your years go on, you become more comfortable with yourself. You have more of an understanding of how you accept yourself and respect yourself, sense of style, how you dress, everything, just emotionally, mentally, physically, and just it's so freeing. I want to just pause on because I've covered a lot. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. I am always here for you guys. I love you guys so much. This is a very vast topic. There's a lot to discuss. That I'm very open to questions. I love to hear from you guys. I love to learn. I love to help also, and it's a very fun, accepting community. There's a lot of mean people in the world, not just the community, but it is very important to identify safe spaces, identifying safe people to come out to, safe people to talk to. I don't recommend meeting people if you're underage. Obviously, don't meet people online who are older to talk to. I recommend find online on Google or any search platform youth groups for the LGBT. They have them everywhere. All over the world. It is so important because that's how I connected with friendships. That's how I got advice. That's how I met, because the youth group I went to in my area that I was talking about, I met the friends that I have now today. There was an age limit, so it went from, I think 13, 11 or 10, young teenage years, to 23. That was the oldest, but you weren't allowed to come if you were in your 20s or something. I forget the age limit, but I think that is your best your best go-to. Find someone with a car. Here's what you got to do. Find someone with a car. Do your research. Find some groups, and find the addresses. Write down the addresses. Call numbers. People who support the group. People that run the group, and ask your questions, and just discuss how you're new to the community, you're just coming out, you're not fully out yet, that this is a new opportunity for you to meet new people. It's really fun. It really is, because there's a huge handful of really kind people in this world, and I'm please take my word for this. Go for it. I have so much faith in you. The youth groups are the best opportunity to meet new people, advice. One thing that was really cool about my youth group is that we had a prom
a yearly prom. It was themed differently, and we all got dressed up really pretty, smoked our blunts in the parking lots, and like just dance the night away. It was so much fun. It was so good. And I wish, like, I went back one year when all of my friends, all the people that I knew, stopped going because Villanova kids started coming and got all preppy and fuckboy and not cool. So everyone just stopped going, and I was like, I don't know any of these people. I'm out of here. But it was a really, really good opportunity, especially if you're a lonely person and you just do it. Because the youth groups, you don't need tickets, you don't need to pay for anything. It's a free place where you feel it's a free space. It's a free, safe space to say yes. Go with your friends. Go for some moral support. If you're not part of the LGBT community and you're just an ally, or you're not an ally, you're just a supporter, that's okay too. Go bring your gay friends. Spread the love. You guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, if you guys have any advice, if you guys just, if you guys want to just leave some love for anybody, it is super important too. Don't forget to love yourself. There is no weight limit to beauty. And also, you are important, you matter, and it does get better, because I'm just letting you know this right now, that the hard work has to be done. You have to fight your demons. You have to just headbutt, go right into what's bothering you, go right into the problem, because seriously, nothing will be accomplished. Your demons, like with a demon, there's no way of getting rid of a demon. If you have a haunted item, the only way to get rid of that is to face it, is to get rid of it properly, hire a professional, and get rid of that shit. But like with actual spiritual demons, your demons will follow you no matter where you go. You can't just move. You can't just walk and run away from your demons. You have to. This is not something I'm just saying, oh, it's an option. No, you really have to. You have to fight your demons. You have to dig down to the deep depths of yourself and rip the roots out and face your trauma. Decode what is the trauma, what is causing all of your pain, and slowly accept, do the hard work, DBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, that stuff. That is very, very important stuff, because it helps you through life. It's literally behavioral therapy that will help you adult, will help you function in life, will help you with relationships, will help you stop and reflect on situations, stop and reflect before you make a decision. All this stuff is very important to growing up and also coming out, because in the very sensitive, hard, angry, scared feelings and the cyclone of emotions that coming out and being gay come with, it is very important to tackle that stuff at a young age, or whenever you do see this video, or do your research and see what you can obtain, because the more you know, the more that you can have structure for yourself, and the more you can put down your train tracks and feel more stable when you're going down the train tracks. And it's also very important to ground yourself in any situation and know that you have the decision to leave, you have the decision to make the right choice, you have the decision to make the wrong choice. But what is very, very, very most important is, if you are trying to recover from trauma or drug addiction or depression or anxiety or alcoholism or coming out or anything that's really taking a toll on your life, and you are feeling depleted and weak, and you feel helpless and there's no answers, you have to fight your demons. You have to rip the roots, because the sooner you do that, and the sooner you do the hard blood, sweat, and tears work, the sooner you can heal, and the sooner you will be able to accept the things you can't change, and you'll be able to heal properly. You'll have a support system, because I've said that enough in this video. I'm very sorry, but it's very important. And the sooner that happens, the sooner you will feel free, the sooner you will be able to relax, smile, to feel giddy and jittery and just yourself. And just, it's so important to be yourself, because this world, everyone's trying to, not everyone, but a lot of people are trying to fit in with like the trends and big boobs, big butts, big lips, big skinny everything. And society is disgusting. Society is an evil demon. And like I said, beauty does not have a weight limit. And you are beautiful, and you do matter, and I love you, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys very, very soon. And I'm going to give you guys a big, big hug, because this is a very, very, this was like therapy. This was like a free therapy session for you guys, for me to you. I love you guys. Big hug. I love you. It does get better. It will get better. I promise. I pinky promise. I swear. I swear on the universe, it will get better. It does get better. You just have to do the hard work, get the resources, build your support system, have all those beautiful, kind, accepting, loving friends, family, teachers, therapists, anybody that you can just, hey. Oh, and also the crisis hotlines. You don't have to call just for a crisis. If you feel alone and you just want to talk to somebody, they're there for you. They're there for you. And if you need anybody to talk to, or you need some advice, I'm here for you. Just leave a comment, hit me up, and I'll spread some love, and I'll make you happy, and I will make sure that you know that you are not alone, and that you have a friend that is always gonna give you advice, and that is always gonna be right by your side and let you know that you got this, and that you are Wonder Woman, and you are Superman, and you got this. This is your life, and you're gonna take control, and one day you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, wow, I survived that. I went through that. I did that. Yes, you did, because you are a strong, beautiful, independent person. And yes, I did say independent, but and even independent people, and even very, very, very happy and strong people, are sad and have weak spots and weak times and weak points. And it is very important to be that caring, loving person. I love you guys.